Hi everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today we're going to be discussing some new product launches from Fitglow. If you keep up with my What's New series here on my channel, which I hope you do, I'll link it down below, then you would have already heard of these products. So it's an extension of the Fitglow Lumi Firm line, a line that I'm a big fan of, have already reviewed existing products at length, so I will definitely include those down below as well. But there are two new additions to the family. So if you don't know anything about them, they are just these beautiful little magical spheres. So they all look like this. They have the shade name on the bottom. So the entire concept behind these products are that they are both skincare and makeup in one. That is really the ethos of Fitglow as a brand, but these products in particular, they are formulated with natural plant peptides. This helps firm the skin while applying a really beautiful dose of color. They do also have vegetable collagen, which maintains the plumpness of the skin, as well as jojoba oil, which is just a known super hydrating ingredient. And basically it all comes together to treat the skin in a really beautiful way, but also performs like amazing makeup. So like I said, they've already released different cheek products in the past that I will include down below that I've reviewed. Today we are going to be discussing the newest in the lineup. That is the Lumi Firm SCULPT, which is their beautiful bronzing contouring shade, and the Lumi Firm Buff, which is a brand new blush shade that I am in love with. I have them on today. I will be applying them throughout this video, swatching and discussing, of course. So since we already talked about the packaging here, really, really cute, compact, easy, love it. They are $39 a piece. They do last a very long time because though they look very small in the pan here, they are actually very velvety finish cream. So what I mean by that is some creams are really creamy where you feel like you're really kind of losing a lot of the product as you go. These you need the tiniest amount, build absolutely beautifully in very seamless layers, and so you really do need very, very minimal product when applying them. We are of course going to discuss application, but before we do, I did want to quickly mention their brush. This is their Teddy Illuminate and Shape brush, so you can use both of these ends to both highlight, apply blush, just apply the makeup. And then I don't usually blend with these products. I will go in with the fingers. But what is amazing about this brush is that because the Lumi Firm products are so compact, they aren't always the best for getting your finger in there and doing that application. So this brush fits perfectly, blends the product really nicely as well if you do choose to go that route. So I will be using this in all of the demonstration portion of this video. All right, so let's just jump right in. I'm gonna start with the sculpting products because how I usually apply products to my cheek is gonna be the bronzer, sculpt shade, highlight, and then blush, just so it looks the most seamless. That's what I find works best for me, and specifically these products. So first we have the shade Sculpt. Sculpt, of course, it makes you think, okay, this is a contouring exclusively shade. However, when you swatch it, you will notice that it does have a really nice amount of warmth to it, but it's not so warm where you can't do any sort of sculpting with it at all. I maybe would avoid doing anything on the nose just because if it's overly warm, sometimes it could draw the attention, but I think it is the perfect natural sculpting, bronzing cheek shade, and I do often like shades that do the best of both. So I like to initially go in and concentrate this product right in the hollows of the cheek. You can see that this color works really well for me. Unfortunately, this is the only sculpting shade that is currently in the lineup, so I don't think this would go past a medium, and even then it is a very natural finish to the skin, but that is my preferred bronzing method, just period. I don't usually like anything overly bronzed. I like when it looks really natural to the skin. You can't really see like a line of demarcation between the foundation and that. This applies really seamlessly and most importantly works in really beautiful layers. So you'll see that I take the thicker end of the Lumi Firm brush, the Illuminate and Shape brush, and I just start applying this just to the hollows of the cheeks. So I'm using very light circular motions just to kind of help in that blending process, but you can see it's really, really a light amount. Then I'm going to use whatever's left over on the brush. I'll take it just in the hairline. I think connecting the temple to underneath the cheekbone is really nice. You can choose to go under the chin. I don't need a ton of definition there, so I chose to leave that blank today, but do make sure whenever you are blending the chin that you blend downwards, and then whenever you're blending the cheek you blend upwards, because you want this area to be clear and allow for that nice sharp edge. Blending, like I said, you can use circular motions, which I did do at the beginning of this, but then I like to get in there with my finger and start blending it upward. I think that just makes it very natural. The warmth of your finger will help blend these creams really, really beautifully, especially because it is already such a very easy, pretty tone. I really like the tone of this on my skin. I wear the shade 22 in the RMS foundation. I'll leave some other shade matches for me down below, but I think this shade is beautiful. I love how it has a sheerness to it that is incredibly buildable. All of these products do, but this product in particular, because I think that sculpting products can be so intimidating, but this is not one of them. It is a dream. I've been using it very, very often. I love it. Really nice balance between warm and cool tone there, so you can be very flexible with how you choose to bronze and sculpt the face. Next up, I'm just gonna quickly touch on the original Lumi Firm, which is the highlighting shade, because I do have that on here today. I did use the smaller side of the Illuminate in Shape Teddy brush from Fitglow, and I just really like to load this product up, and I like to sort of stamp the product onto the skin and then go with my finger and apply, because I like quite a heavy highlight. That's just a personal preference. This can be built up to have a really nice strong glow. I have it here on my nose. That looks really beautiful. I did do a little bit on the Cupid's bow as well, and just tap it in with my finger. So we have a really seamless bronze going. We have a super seamless highlight. And by the way, the wear time on these products is beautiful because of that more velvety finish. That rich cream can sort of slip around the skin at times. This stays really beautifully. I'm not gonna say it's an all-day wear, because cream products on my cheeks personally just don't last that long. I will get like a good, 4 or 5 hours, I think, like a usual kind of outing out of them. But I like a lot of very vibrant blush. I like a really fresh highlight. So these are products that I would maybe bring to reapply, but I think the texture of them is really great for any skin type, and that is my most favorite thing about them. So I think that sort of wear time across the board will be very, very even, no matter what type of skin that you have. Mine is a little bit more dry, dehydrated. I think that is why I lose the cheek product, especially my skin kind of drink it up, but everything else wears really, really nicely. And when it does start to fade, it is not patchy and uneven. It makes you look like you have a skin condition rather than you just been wearing your makeup for a long time. And like I always say, please feel free to set these products with powder if you do want to extend the wear time of any of your cream products. That is just rule of thumb. Now let's get into my favorite product from the new drop. That is the Lumi Firm Buff. This is just the most beautiful, natural, warm, peachy pink. It is like the perfect peachy pink, but it really does pull very nice and warm, so it looks like you've been in the sun. So when I go in with this product, I do also like to use the smaller end of the Illuminate in Shape brush, and I will really concentrate it on my cheeks, like almost looking kind of like Annabelle, you know what I mean? But then I start blending that product out, and you'll see I blend, I go back in, I blend, I go back in, and that's the way that I like to apply this product. Since I also like to bring blush on my nose, the brush is so perfect for that. It just goes across the nose bridge really, really easily. And again, these have such a soft, focused, diffused finish that they look so natural on the skin. I did get a close-up for you all so you can see how natural my skin looks. It almost just looks like I'm naturally sculpted, illuminated, and blushed. I didn't put makeup on. I just woke up like this. And wouldn't that be nice? But anyway, I can see these being amazing on anyone who has more dry, mature skin, specifically because this texture does not sit in the fine lines and wrinkles. You don't need to spend a lot of time blending and tugging at the skin, which I love as well. And I also think it's great for any sort of beginner to makeup because they're so not intimidating. However, I am not a beginner, but I love these products as well. They're just really easy to use. They're very quick to apply, especially when you use all of the Lumi Firm products together. You can ensure that they are all going to blend like a dream and allow for a really seamless finish to the skin, which I love. So I always really like a natural skin-like finish. I have the RMS Cream Foundation. I only set underneath my eyes and the chin, areas where I put a little bit more concealer, and everything else I just let the cream do its thing. If you want to kick that shine up a notch, feel free to take your face mist of your choosing all the way across the face. That will enhance the glow and make it look even more radiant than it already is. But I just can't say enough good things about these products. I don't have too much to say because you know my feelings on the Lumi Firm line. I love the idea of a skincare makeup in one. I love that these are such everyday approachable shades, so I really think you could get your money's worth out of them as well. And I think the brush, unless you have something similar to it, which I haven't seen anything quite like this, that is so perfect for these products. I used to just take like a little chunk out and warm it up on the back of my hands. This brush makes your life very, very easy, and if you are planning on using these on a very religious basis, I think that's a worthy investment as well. Beautiful quality to be expected from Fitglow. So that's it, everyone. I will include full ingredients list down below so you can sort of investigate, as well as swatches of these products so you can just refer back to the shades, not on my skin specifically. Well, on my skin, but not on my face, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'll have that link down below and direct product links so you can shop them right here, right now if you're interested. I will link some very helpful Fitglow videos as well down below, and then any other makeup I'm wearing if you're curious. I do my best to include that in the description box down below. I have been writing it down in my little notes section here, so I'm trying to make good moves on the Integrity Botanicals channel this decade. Anyways, everything you need is in the description box down below. Anything you don't see, anything you're curious about, please feel free to ask a question. I know sometimes I don't get to cover everything, so I always love to be prompted by you all with what you'd like to know about these products. I've been using these for quite some time. I did get them a little bit early before their launch. I've been loving on them since. But let me know anything you'd like to know, helpful links, anything you need in the description box down below. Follow us on Instagram, all of our social media if you'd like to stay tuned, and definitely make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a big thumbs up. I do upload here twice weekly, usually Thursday, Sunday. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!